Hey bitches, welcome back to my channel, and welcome to me looking crazy without my hat on. And you guys are probably sitting there thinking like, oh my god, is Nick in a dark place? No, he's not. No, he's not. It's just hot as hell in Florida. It's like Satan's taint out here, and normally I would be in love with a taint, but girl, this is not one that I ever want to go around. I wanted to make this video because I want to address something that I always receive questions about, I receive insults about, I receive concerns. I receive, it's basically the number one thing that people try to use against me when they come for me. Now, I pride myself on the fact that I'm a very open book. I have nothing to hide from people. Maybe people can learn from my mistakes. Maybe people don't want to learn from my mistakes because they're like, wow, that guy's a fucking like nut job. That's great, that's fine, that's good, whatever. So, yesterday, a video was made about myself, Petty Page, Rich Lux. They threw Dustin in there. They threw Irrelevant Ashley. Guys, before you come for me, that is what this person called Ashley. They called her Irrelevant Ashley, and I was like, girl, if you do not change your Twitter name to Irrelevant Ashley and address yourself as that in your next video, I'm suing. I'm suing. I will stand up at your wedding, and I will object 100%, because that's just... Before we get into that, can I just sidetrack real quick? If you are going to take the time to sit down and do a 19-minute video, where you are addressing people that you do not like, and then you are going to try to call them irrelevant, you are making an ass of yourself. Because if these people are truly irrelevant and they are not holding any real estate in your brain, then you would not be taking the time out of your day to address such a person. So therefore, you know. Anyways, moving on. So in this video, I am going to play a clip for you guys right here.
Next drama channel is the Jeffree Star of the drama channels. I really... Nick Snider, the viewer's voice. The viewer's voice is, let me say this, number one about him. How am I going to word this? As opposed to Rich and Paige and Dustin and Irrelevant Ashley and T by Ali, I can actually see the appeal in Nick. Nick has a certain charisma about him. He kind of reminds me of Jeffree Star. I know why people like Jeffree Star. I know why people like him. I don't like him, but I know why other people like him. And Nick gives me that. And it's like, you know what? I would be bitter too if I went from being a supermodel to a drama channel on YouTube. I cannot imagine. I feel like, okay, everybody likes to have their foot on somebody's necks, right? Like, as in society, you know, there's a totem pole. And I think that if you can, even marginalized groups with other marginalized groups, they like if they can insert their power, or, is that the word? Not insert, but y'all know. If they can practice their power over other people, they do. And so I feel like if I personally went from being a supermodel on Forbes 30 under 30 or whatever it was that he was on, which congratulations for that, and then went to being a drama channel on YouTube, number one, yikes. Number two, I think I would also want to have my foot on somebody's neck, because it's like, how embarrassing. How truly embarrassing. Like, I really can't imagine. I can't imagine being amongst my peers, and I don't even know if he's amongst his old peers, his model friends, but I can't imagine looking at my peers and them still modeling, and I am talking drama on YouTube at 30. I cannot imagine. That might explain some of his bitterness.
But this person tried to go into my modeling career. For some reason, my modeling career is a hot topic for people. They tried to use it against me, and it's been this way for a very long time. Like, they tried to use it against me. They tried to come for me and be like, oh, you got fired. Oh, you were. My favorite. Okay, you guys want to know what my favorite is? Are you ready for this? The favorite thing that people say about me was an insult. Oh, he was a model. He was a model. Bitch, were you? What the fuck? Like, is that even an insult? How is that a fucking insult? You're just reading something off my resume. What? He was a model. Or another one. He was on Forbes. Oh. Bitch, can you spell Forbes? Do you even know what that means? That's not some brand of car, bitch. That is a fucking prestigious thing to be on. So that is not an insult. When you know what, I'm gonna do even better. When you, the person that's watching this, because I know you're probably watching this, when you are on Forbes, then come and talk to me. That's what that is. But anyways, guys, I'm just kidding with that. I'm just kidding. But that literally is the funniest thing that is like it's crazy. I could like show you guys like receipts of people like, oh, he was this, he was. So this person makes a video about myself, Petty Page, Rich Lux, and proceeds to go into my modeling career, about how I was and how they don't know how I could walk away from something like my modeling career and become a drama channel. Oh my gosh, he's a drama channel on the YouTubes. He's saying talking how I could sit around my colleagues and just have them laugh at me basically because of what I was and what I have become. I'm pulling into the post office because you know what? I have responsibilities. So, this is so funny. Okay. So this person makes this video and goes into this. I finally want to address why I left modeling and why I walked away from a shit ton of money. I walked away from potentially being on Forbes again. I walked away from it all. Why did Nick do that? Did Nick walk away because he was fired? Because nobody wanted to work with him anymore? Let me give you the true tea, because this is like whenever someone now brings this up, I'm literally going to direct them to this video. Okay, you guys ready for this? The reason that I decided for myself, even when my agent was like, come back to New York, I'm gonna push you, I'm gonna do all of this, and there are going to be other story times on that, because eventually I was like, okay, I'm gonna go back to modeling. The reason I walked away is because I was into very heavy drug use, and my drug of choice was cocaine. That's a fact. That is when I started my road, the slippery slope with my addiction. Instead of showing up to Prada in Milan, where I had an exclusive contract. I'll tell you guys what an exclusive contract is in a minute. Instead of showing up on time to Prada and walking the fucking runways over there, I was doing rails in fucking Florida. True tea, literally. And what an exclusive contract is, and this is actually why I got fired from Prada, is you cannot walk any other fashion show in Milan or the city that you're in. Sometimes they won't even let you walk in Paris or anywhere like that. So I had an exclusive contract with Prada, meaning I also couldn't do any other campaigns. So I was locked in, like set, like dream job. Like models want that. I only had to shoot 2 campaigns a year. I had to do 2 fashion shows a year. They also had me do Miu Miu, which was then in Paris because Miu Miu is owned by Prada, and dream job. And I was supposed to be there in January, and I arrived 2 days late because I was busy doing drugs in Miami, getting the most fabulous tan that I have ever seen, and going from blonde, this color blonde right here, to a brunette, which is all things that are against my contract. I was not supposed to get any sun on my skin because you cannot alter yourself in any way, also the hair, and you're definitely not supposed to show up 2 days late. And that was the last time that I ever walked for Prada. Oh, by the way, during this time, mind you, I was having a reverse effect to the drug of choice that I was doing, and my body was kind of getting, I guess I would say it was like a tolerance, because it's like when people do those kind of drugs, girl, they lose weight, their appetite is suppressed. I was the opposite. Girl, I was shoving down some ho-hos, I was gaining weight, I was probably the weight that I am now, which for modeling, not good. The kind of model that I was more of like the edgy type of model. That's not good. That's not something that they look for. So I gained a ton of weight. So not only did I show up to Italy, drugged out, overweight, with a tan, which they then tried to tell me how I could get rid of my tan. It was like scrubbing myself with something. It was very odd. To get rid of the tan, my hair, a completely different color. And instead of them just saying, no, we're not going to have him in the show at all, I went from opening that show. This was so embarrassing. And this is when people in the modeling world started to like take notice of, oh shit, Nick is fucking up. I was supposed to open the show, which very prestigious thing to do if you open up the Prada show. If you open up any show, actually, it's a prestigious thing to do because that's kind of the slot. You want to open it and you want to close it. You don't want to be somewhere in the middle because that's just filler. Okay, that's the truth. So I went from opening it to being number 25. Girl, she got bumped, and not that kind of bump, girl. So I was number 25. And that was that. I then started to have other issues. I got arrested for public intoxication. Everyone knows that. Video linked down below because people try to bring that up against me as well. And I started my downward spiral. And I realized that I needed to step away. Like, this isn't healthy. And I went a while where I did not use anything for a very long time. Because when you use things like that, it alters your brain as well. And you start to think completely different. You start to think you're untouchable. And I needed to hit rock bottom at that point in my life to realize that, fuck, like, I literally just pissed away an opportunity that so many people want. And I was good for a while. Honest, hand to God, hand to my grandma's grave. I was good for a while. And then I went through a very public relationship. I would say very public relationship because the guy that I dated was, he was very, not like a celebrity, but he was someone very well known in the city that we lived in. And I had people, it's another story. But basically I started using things again, different substance. And that's where I'm at today. I guess that's where I'm at today, is that I'm feeling, that's why, you know what? Let's say it like this. Let's just say it like this. I put myself on the internet, and the reason that I've come forward about past addiction, current addiction, things that I'm working on, how I'm cleaned out, like even quit fucking alcohol, is because I saw myself going down that road again. I saw myself 100% doing that. You're pissing away what someone else would love to take from you. And that is my YouTube. And that is just everything. So I need to fix myself. So these people that are trying to, this video is like all over the place now that I'm thinking about it. But I wanted to address why I actually left modeling for all the people in the back. Because if you've been on my channel and you actually watch my channel other than to not hate on me, then you know I've talked about this before. But you can't hold that against someone. Like, how are you? I'm still just like, I'm confused. Like, how you're holding, like, oh, you were on Forbes or you were a model against someone. So, think what you want. That's why I made the decision to leave modeling. I did not leave because I was forced out. I left for myself and for my health. And that's that. I'm focusing on my health right now. So, good luck to you in your future endeavors if you're trying to send hate or you're trying to just start rumors, because I get how easy it is online. It's funny. It's actually really funny because these people that put out these videos or just sit on Twitter all day, it's like they have like a little group of friends and it's always the same group of friends. And they all come from one T channel that no longer posts videos. So it's actually kind of funny. And I do know some things that have been like said behind the scenes. Like, you can tell people that I'm a horrible person all you fucking want. But I know I'm not. My friends know I'm not. People online know I'm not. Because other than your group of friends, I don't get that much hate online, girl. But you do. So, love you bitches, and I'll see you guys in my next video.